growing up, you see people that you love self-medicate in so many different ways, various drugs, various street activities. You know, people just start doing things that they have no business doing because they're going through so much pain or they have to witness so much in their life and they really don't have anyone. And that's why being a doctor is like always what I wanted to be, because I can be that change. And people that go through all the stuff they go through, they can see, you know, a doctor who looks like them. I'm like, I'll be a young black man being a doctor, helping change the world, which is my number one thing every day. And I'll one day be able to give back to the inner cities that have given so much to me and made me exactly who I am. And I'm not quite who I want to be, but they've pushed me to be where I want to be. This is my beautiful room, my mirror, of course, and chosen one because a lot of people don't really make it out of Roanoke City. Sear was one of my very, very close friends. He was somebody that I always swore was gonna like make it out. He was like one of my biggest inspirations. I've had a lot of friends pass lately, and all everyone really wants to do is feed their family and make money to inspire others. That's what everyone's trying to do. And a lot of people haven't been able to live to even see 19 to get to that point, or just live to see that point at all. And it's just, if I don't acknowledge that, then I'm doing something wrong. Because like I said, if a lot of people can't even get to live long enough to be where I'm at, and I can't like pay respect to that, and I'm taking my life for granted, then I'm doing everything 1,000% wrong. So up top, you got the heart of the whole family. That's my mama. She's everything I am, but 1,000 times better. And then you have my older sister right there. Her name is Deaquan. She's good too. She was like one of my biggest role models. And then you have my big brother right there. He is 18 months older than me, but he was definitely my like number one when I was a kid. I wanted to be just like him. And then Destiny and Delia, those are like my hearts. Like everything I do is for them. They look up to me so much, and I just want to be like the best role model possible for my little sisters. They're everything to me. And they keep me going. Like I know I inspire them, but they inspire me too a whole lot. Yeah, like that's like my everything right there in the picture form.
No. Why do you get that, but Kawhi misses right now, bro?
Yeah, right.
He's doing it on AD,
right,
bro.
Yeah, right.
All right, bro.
That's how we do.
I mean, I didn't even shoot bad. Klay Thompson just made no shots for me.
That's like a good cupcake after a victory.
I'm connecting the dots.
Being a minority at JMU is it's very hard. But when you have like that community of people who are all in the same learning community, all in the same dorm, and like the leader even looks like you, I know it's a great feeling. You're accounting for breaking this bond right here.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore you don't have to count it right here, because you're already breaking it. And then chlorine bond, there's no more, so you don't have to worry about that. There's a million microaggressions that you face every single day. Then you have people who come up to you just using, certain terms and trying to almost like be like you, but not really like you. It's hard to explain. Man, that's a hard concept to even explain. Now I'm gonna ask you a specific question on what your law is going. I don't want you to say everything. But here you go. This is the lone pairs. And then this molecule itself is polar. You follow? When people see me, they don't expect me to be as intelligent as I am, or they just expect less of me. And when they hear about me having some sort of scholarships or anything, they think it's only because I'm a minority. This, like, even though the drawing that went on there, this is a very incorrect little structure. Like that's not how you're supposed to write it. It's really supposed to be like this. Cause that double bond shared between every single bond. It doesn't just stay in one place. I got involved in a lot of my organizations because if you don't have people who support you, who look like you, it can get very mentally draining.
What? That's just not funny. Huffing, yes, it is. Can't get high on huffing spray nowadays.
When the DEI training got canceled, a lot of people were furious. A lot of minorities were furious because it was canceled because white fragility is worth more than the black experience at JMU.
A ton of talent here in the Star City and at the home of the Colonels. Nichols served as the Colonel's signal caller, passing for nearly 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns. Nichols not only let his game do the talking on Friday nights, but his grades did that as well. A GPA well over 4.0, earning him a full academic scholarship to James Madison University.
I loved football, but it was, for me, football was more of an outing to express my emotion because I had nothing else, and I didn't really want anything else. I didn't really talk or hear from my dad for years. We were supposed to meet up, see each other sometimes. He would never show up. And then we moved to Savannah, Georgia, because it was just a better opportunity there for my mom. And then she gets a phone call one day from the court saying that she either has to move back to Pittsburgh and be closer to my dad, or she has to give up custody of my brother and I. I went back to my mom's house. I still played, of course. I played at JMU for a little bit, but I definitely I lost love for the game because that's not all I have anymore. Now I have my mom, now I have my sisters. I have other stuff to make me happy.
Where's your file? Sorry, Dad.
Watch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did you get that one?
Yes.
I don't think you did.
I got 2.
1, 2, 3, 4. You did.
Venters?
No, it's Marvin Garden. That's the other yellow one.
I'm doing good already.
What, if Dusty
Blow.
loses, I
Watch
think
this.
it'd be
Blow.
Dusty.
Watch this.
If Dusty loses,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Pay rent on.
Don't sound sorry to giving me money.
Why would I want to give you
You said, on which property?
Park Place?
One more time? I got you.
You have
1,550.
1,550? Come on now, Lily. Come on. Talk to him.
That's the good thing about being the favorite. Second favorite.
Who's the favorite?
Me and Dusty and you and D-Lo and Quan.
That's all of us.
It's between Kwani and Dila for being the first favorite.
Yeah.
Now we're singing for Sean and singing for Sean.
What's up, Dusty?
Oh, wow.
Inspiration number 1 is my big brother. His name is D'Angelo. He goes to Radford. So he's just like me, but 10 times better. So it's growing up, I wanted to do everything he did. When he focused on school, I wanted to focus on school. When he played football, I wanted to play football. Everything my older brother did, I wanted to be just like him. So when we was young, I don't know what made us start doing this. Maybe we was watching WWE too much. But we started to start flipping each other on each other's back, anywhere we went. I don't know why we did that.
Yeah,
we just started flipping on each other's back no matter what we was doing, where we was at. It was like, hey, y'all want to see what we can do?
No, yeah, for sure.
Why?
Because I used to
know.
dance about all the time, and then it was like a dance move thing.
Fridays were our movie nights.
Trauma.
It was not trauma. What was trauma about Friday night movies?
He don't like scary
We
movies.
used to have to watch scary movies
In
every weekend in October.
In October, every day we watched a scary movie. D'Angelo hates scary movies.
Yes.
But it was mandatory family time.
And we watched Friday the 13th on Friday the 13th. I never forgot that because I was the first person to go upstairs.
Did you die?
it was dark up there.
Or did you
I
die?
had to take a shower
At
myself.
any time? Did you, at
You know,
any
you know,
point?
you know how many scenes with somebody about to
At
go
any
in
point
the
though,
shower?
did you die?
I was terrified.
I'm just trying to figure
just-
out, am I missing something?
I
Did you
just, I was
die?
traumatized. I
You
never forgot it.
You never
I
died.
never forgot it.
Look at you. It made you a better
It's
person.
okay.
I don't think
I
it
went
did.
through
I
a
think it made it
stage where
worse.
I didn't like scary movies for a little bit too.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a stage for me. I still don't like scary movies.
Welcome back to Madison Live. Today we are joined by Deaquan Nichols, who currently is in the STEM field here at JMU. So while you're studying, do you plan on looking more so into the physical trauma of it, or like the emotional traumas that kind of lead towards brain trauma?
I have been looking more toward the emotional trauma simply because I believe trauma is something that we all share in our own ways, and it's almost like a bridge between all socioeconomical classes, all races, all people. And if we can understand trauma better, we can understand each other better, and then hopefully unify more as a race. I'm just blessed to even be here. Like, if I was at JMU and I wasn't doing anything, I'd still be so happy the fact I even made it to college. I'm still so proud of myself for the little things that I do. So I feel like everything now is nothing more than just extras. Last year, I had a period where I had 3 friends pass in 3 weeks, and I told my professor, they were like, you know what, Deaquan, just take all the time you need. Second semester last year, I probably missed like a month and a half, maybe 2 months of classes in total. I feel like the life I've lived and what I've experienced has prepped me so much to deal with almost anything college is able to throw at me. Thank you, JMU. Thank you to the entire Duke family. Thank you for being on Instagram and everything like that. After this post, I will be logging off. As I said before, I was getting like thousands of views every few minutes, and I already felt like this is the biggest platform I've ever had, and if I don't say anything, I would, like in my heart of hearts, I would feel wrong, because then like all the kids I'm trying to motivate, I'm like, okay, when you reach a certain status, or when you really do a certain thing, you don't have to, support or stand up for what you stood up for before. I simply wanted to publicly announce that the verdict of the Kyle Rittenhouse case has been nothing more than a disgusting reminder of what it's really like to be black in America. We can't go to the store, rest in peace Trayvon Martin. We can't lay in bed, rest in peace Breonna Taylor. And we can't even protest without our lives being on the line. And that's what we fight for, We scream Black Lives Matter, but it doesn't matter enough for these people who are in power, the jury, the judge, anybody, to charge this man with murdering and taking away 2 beautiful black lives. It's disgusting. Even though I misspoke, I am a 19-year-old. I just turned 19, and I put my entire future on the line on the biggest platform I've ever had to speak on something I believe in. I constantly got a lot of DMs on like my Instagram and my Facebook regularly, like every day, and I responded to each and every one of them. I said I would love to have a conversation with you if you decide not to be hostile. What I did was 1,000% foolish, and it was childish and impulsive. And whatever consequences I face, I would face it head on. I do apologize for making JMU look bad. It's not only hurtful, but it's misleading, not a reflection of the school, and simply a bad move to say the least. If you would like to have a conversation about the biggest stuff, or send me more videos, news articles that you feel like are more reliable, please do. Every single conversation I had with every single person ended off very well. Like there wasn't one bad conversation. It just comes down to, I guess it just comes down to who you want to motivate and who you do things for, and what they look up to. And I know no one at home looks up to my GPA. Everyone at home just looks up to what I do and how I do it, and that's kind of my focus. I feel like going to the mall.
My feelings are so hurt.
You feel like going?
Sure, you want to the mall?
Sure. I want to go to the mall.
Yo, let me get something to eat out the crib real quick.
Can
I got nothing to eat.
Can I go?
We have nothing
There's
on
no
snacks?
snacks in the car. We got some fruit snacks.
Can I get a milkshake and pretzels?
Maybe.
Can you make sure you get pretzels?
Y'all got pie back here?
Oh, I'm sorry, Kwani. That's Kwani's pie. Yeah, she gave it to us.
Looks like a crack pie right there.
Kwani gave it to us. For Halloween, she gave it to us.
Halloween? Ma, I think I'm grown.
Stop.
Hey, Ma, do you think I'm grown? How much taller do y'all look right now?
I got real thin socks on.
Oh, you made it go a little bit.
I got
Back to back.
real thin
Look at
socks.
my.
Here we go.
It got holes in them.
Why?
That is a problem.
Oh, nah. Yeah, you might be about 2 inches taller than you now.
Okay.
Hey, we
might
6'2".
be
What's that?
about
6'2" is a good.
I'm actually 6'3". Let's not.
You told me I'm 6'5"?
You might be, champ, because
No,
I'm
you probably
definitely
about
6'3".
6'4". You probably about 6'2".
Oh my God.
I weigh 200 now, so I'm over here.
200?
Yeah, you probably. But he also has in his hat, and his hat gives him a little bit of height.
Yeah, it was a point in time where I was depressed. I would just like go in my closet, just sit down and just cry every day. It was an entire custody thing going on. Me and my older brother had to move to my dad's house for 4 years.
Yeah. Only for 6 months, I couldn't see them or hear their voices. It was a hard time. I just need you to hold the material so I can. Let me say, hold like
You like you having a hard time, man.
this. I can figure this out.
Are you ripping now already? Is that what it is?
No.
Never mind. And like when we did see each other for a while, like we had to see each other in like this room that was being monitored. Like I had to be like a mediator there. And when we talked to my mom on the phone, it would have to be like on speakerphone in front of people or in front of my dad and stuff like that. So yeah, it completely changed me as a person, like 1,000%. It took all that like youthfulness away. Like she's still alive, but for the longest time it was like she's not here with me. So losing someone who's that big of a factor in your life, and it's what you see every day and look up to every day, and like your best friend. I mean, it's hard. It definitely is hard, and I want my mom to be happy. My biggest goal is to just make sure she's okay in the future. Like, yeah, like about 15 years, she'll be like,
I'm gonna be retiring by then.
Then she'll be like, I'm tired. I don't want to go to work. I'm like, Mom, don't go. You don't have to. Here, like, how much you making today? Like, boom, here you go. It made us find a voice. No, it definitely made us all find a voice.
Yeah, we were really challenged. The whole family, we were all challenged, and we were separated and challenged. Mm-hmm. So it was a really difficult time for all of us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you guys really grew, and you both could have went totally different paths, completely different paths. And for whatever reason, you didn't. For whatever reason, you stayed on a productive path. And I mean, that alone is outstanding and amazing. Mm-hmm. Because you guys had every opportunity to take the wrong paths at any given moment. And you had all the time to do it. I mean, so just the fact that you stayed productive, it is.
That's a phone?
She calls it an oyster, but it's a flip phone.
Oh, is it the smartphone that
Yo, look at that.
It's a flip
phone.
Quan, you ought to be ashamed of
No,
yourself.
I'm not gonna acknowledge how cool it is to come to the iPhone, but
That is, you ought to be ashamed of yourself for walking out the house with that. You gotta start clipping on your jeans like an old head.
Oh no.
Well, Christmas is coming up, so if you want
Yo, that's disgusting.
Alright, 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up. Perfect. Amazing. Alright.
Thank you so much. I'm so good at what I do.
Thank you.
I can't wait for
That was so stressful. Oh my goodness.
Get out of here.